What's up guys, Chris here, coming at you from Comor store in Whistler, here with my main man and snowboard guru, Andreas.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Today we thought we'd be looking at some new boards.
Yeah guys, we've got 3 of the main snowboard brands here, Ride, Burton, and Salomon, and we've got 3 boards from each of those brands that we're most excited to talk about.
So 12 boards.
12 boards.
So first boards we're going to be talking about are Burton, and the one that we got here is the Hometown Hero. Now this board was designed for the hometown where Burton was founded and developed in Vermont.
The first thing to talk about with this board is that it's part of the Family Tree lineup. The Family Tree lineup in Burton has always been part of their prototype series. So boards that they only sort of make a one-off of. If the board ends up being popular enough, then they bring that board into their main lineup. So a board like the Flight Attendant, for example, started off in the Family Tree lineup and then worked its way into their main line.
Nice.
So this is a brand new board for this season. It's designed to be a cambered snowboard, medium flex, with a big tapered shape to it. So 12mm taper on this guy, which ensures that the board feels really turnable. So it's really easy to arc around and to carve on, and that it also makes the board very good for flotation in deeper snow. Lots of side cut, really easy to turn on, really easy to get that nice hard arcing carve. You're utilizing Burton channel technology, and so the channel is Burton's way of giving you sort of the most ease of use of changing around your binding stance. And then the other awesome thing that it does is that it allows the board better continuity of flex. You can imagine a lot of boards underfoot, when you put a metal binding on the insert, you create a dead spot. So by having a channel system, you get way more fluidity or continuity of flex under your foot, giving the board a much more natural feel.
I know some people just don't like the channel system. Are they haters?
No, they're people that have tried the channel system in its early iteration before they've gotten to, you know, the system that they use now. Alright guys, so next up we've got the Burton Skeleton Key, super popular here in Whistler.
So this is a freeride directional board. It's got a 10mm taper towards the nose with camber under the feet and a nice rocker shovel. One of the cool things about this board is the kind of semi-swallow tail it's got on the back, so that's going to give you some nice feel in the powder. It's going to give you a little bit of sit down and also a bit of spray. Plus it looks cool, you can kind of throw a grab in and grab it around there. And type of rider that's looking for this is like, yeah, moving into the intermediate and is looking to explore new parts of the mountain, maybe start going up into the trees a little bit and starting to work on getting more styled out carves.
Yeah, I would say carving and powder is what this board excels at.
It's the key to my heart.
Yeah, the Skeleton Key.
All right, and then the last board we have out of Burton is the Burton Custom, constantly imitated, never replicated. Andreas gives a breakdown.
Yeah guys, so the Custom is one of my favorite snowboards. It's been in the industry for a long time. It's been around since 1996. And this board is just a tried and true shape that Burton has always excelled with. Classic camber underfoot, great geometries as far as the side cut is concerned, nice medium flex, and makes the board handle really nice as an all-rounder. Whether you're taking this thing on groomered runs, whether you're taking it into the trees or some powder, whether you want to take it into the park, this is their mid-range, bread and butter, do-everything style board, and it just has the shape and geometry that has worked really well for the last 25 years.
Yeah, hard to go wrong.
Yeah.
They got something good and they stuck with it.
Yeah.
And they finessed it and got it down exactly what they want.
And next up is the Ride Berserker, Jake Blavelt's pro model.
Yeah, so this is a directional freeride board. It's got camber under the feet with a nice rockered out nose. And it's got some cool technology going on in here. We do have carbon going through the nose and the tail in a crisscross fashion, which is just gonna help out with the torsional strength and also give you extra pop coming off of the tail. And also the sidewalls are made out of urethane, which is the same material as skateboard wheels. And that's just gonna help dampen any chatter or any big impacts. It's gonna absorb some of that in the board instead of going all to your body. It's got a medium flex, but it's still gonna power through a lot of those loose bumps and loose powder. And just great all over the mountain, good on the groomers, good in the powder. Yeah, take it everywhere board, basically.
Yeah, great board for Whistler, very similar to like a Burton Flight Attendant. Good for the person who wants to take the board everywhere, but definitely has that sort of freestyle, or sorry, free ride inspired style.
And the next board we're going to be looking at is one of the hottest boards the last couple years, the Ride Superpig.
Yeah, the Superpig is one of those boards hard to get your hands on. It's designed to be a little bit shorter in its overall running length, but wider in its overall width. And because of that, you can ride the board shorter, but you still get all of the stability of a longer board because the surface area under your foot is about the same. The Superpig is flat underfoot, so really easy to steer, really easy to get the board to surf around. It doesn't feel super hooky. And then medium flex, which allows you a lot of pop, a lot of pliability, a lot of fun when you're taking this all around the mountain. Also utilizing the carbon array under the binding insert to give the board more torsional rigidity and to give the board overall more pop and more power. People have been riding the Superpig as their everything board. Whether you're taking it bank slalom, whether you're riding it in the park for jumps, or whether you're riding it in the trees for powder, this board sort of does a little bit of everything and hits all of the main notches there. All right guys, next up is the Ride Twin Pig.
Yeah, so the Ride Twin Pig takes everything you like about the Ride Superpig and puts it into a twin board. This board has got camber under the feet with a rocker nose and tail, and it's going to be a little bit more flexible than the Superpig. It's going to give you a little bit better pop, and it's going to be great all around the mountain. Still going to be good in the park, not as good in the powder, but still really good kind of quiver killer and just a great all-around board. And then the first board from Salomon, the Villain.
Yeah, so the Villain is super popular here in Whistler, and if you like freestyle, if you like park, this is the board to go to. Great for doing a little bit of everything around the mountain, but freestyle oriented, and it excels on hitting rails. It's a camber dominant profile. It delivers a lot of pop. This is Luis Paradise's pro model, and he's been in a whole bunch of different videos. Awesome street rider, a lot of style out of that guy. And this board sort of is his backbone, man. So yeah guys, awesome true twin park and jib board. Can't go wrong. Alright guys, next up we've got the Salomon Assassin Pro.
Yeah, so this is designed as Salomon's quiver killer, designed to do a little bit of everything. This is a directional freestyle twin, so in between the contact points it is a twin, but outside of those it is got quite a lot of area, a little bit more on the nose and the tail, which is going to help you sit down in the powder. And it's camber underfoot with rocker on the nose and tail. It's made lightweight, strong and aggressive, so it's going to be stable at high speeds. It's going to be good going off jumps, getting good pop, and also landing. It's a great hard charging board for all over the mountain.
They've always sort of had a really wicked graphic on the Assassin series, and this one has not let me down. It's sort of a serpent dragon, and it's matted on certain parts of the board and glossy on other parts of the board, sort of giving it a really cool contrast when you see it in the sun.
This one is like the Black Album from Metallica. And then finally, the Salomon Six Stick.
So the Six Stick is very popular here in Whistler, and it's an interesting shape because it's a tapered twin, which means that between your binding inserts, the board is an actual twin board, the same amount of length from the tip to the tail, but it's tapered, which means that the front shovel is slightly wider, making the board more accessible to powder, giving it better float. And it makes a board that is still that will still ride easily in switch or land easily in switch. The overall contour of the board is camber underfoot, but between the binding inserts, the board actually goes flat. And that flat section makes the board very easy to plane out of the snow. It feels a little bit surfier, and it feels very consistent and predictable. The front end of the board has a little bit more of a shape to it, a little bit more point so that it always planes out of the snow. The back end here has sort of a little bit of a stunted tail, just making sure that the tail always sinks while still giving you a lot of really good ollie rebound.
Yeah, this looks, of all the ones we looked at, probably the most playful, or definitely one of the most playful boards.
Yeah, it's definitely got some good flex to it
It's inviting.
Yeah.
It makes me want to go rad.
Yeah, I would put this in the same sort of like category as the Burton Flight Attendant or the Libtech E-Jackknife.
But I think the shape is cooler.
Yeah, I think it's a really cool top sheet graphic too. Very simple, but I like the wood grain.
You like a half-naked dude in a ice hole.
Is that what it is? Yeah, he's freezing. His nose is all frozen.
We go through the boards. Now down to the serious meat and potatoes. Andreas, favorite graphic?
It's a hard one, but I think I really like the Assassin Pro. That sort of dragon serpent top sheet just sort of really makes my day.
I'm gonna go for the Salomon Villain because it was obviously a reject from a Nirvana album cover. No, I'm just kidding. I'm actually gonna go for the Custom. Yeah, I really like this. Just simplistic, cool. It's got circles. It's almost like a Venn diagram of some kind, and simple, clean. Extra bonus number 10, the Ride Superpig. Super.
Yeah, guys, so the Superpig is new to this season. It's the all-new, stiffer, more aggressive, more powerful Warpig. So it's everything that you love about the Warpig, but now it has a cambered profile instead of a flat profile, making it more aggressive. And they've added carbon to the deck so that it's more powerful and you get more pop out of it.
Holy moly!
Yeah, definitely a little bit firmer, but more stable at speed. And the more you push into it, the more you're gonna get back. The idea with this board is that they took all of the feedback from the Warpig and made a more high-end, higher caliber, more aggressive board in the Superpig.
Super. All right, well that's it for today. It was cool coming down here to Comor and checking out these brands. Cool overview of some of the boards that we have available for the upcoming 2020 season. And there's a lot of different shapes and profiles out there, wouldn't you say?
I can't wait to get riding some of these guys once the actual hill opens up.
Yeah, we could actually do a full video on each one, but when the mountain opens, we're gonna take them out. Yeah, we'll give them a ride around and then hopefully do just that. It'd be great to hear from you guys about what boards you're really excited to try out this year, because there's so many different shapes and sizes and profiles, and carbon here and stringers there, and it's hard for me to keep my head above all these boards.
It's a confusing world of so many good snowboards. We were just talking about how 20 years ago, you know, there were like maybe 3 or 4 brands that were awesome. Now there's like 20 different brands that all make awesome snowboards, and so there's a lot to know. There's a lot to go through.
Yeah, and trying to figure out what snowboard you want with everything else going on in your life can be hectic for sure. So hopefully we can make it easier by laying out some of the information here, and we're going to get more videos coming out as we get more of the boards in the store.
Yeah, guys, come on in to Comor Sports here in Whistler. Come and speak with me about all the different snowboards, and we can figure out which one's going to work best for you.
Thanks for Comor for letting us come down and use their store. Make sure you check out Andreas' YouTube channel, and thanks for watching.
Yeah.